Good morning students, welcome back to online mathematics class. In the last class we have solved up to the 8th question. So in today's class we are going to solve the 9th one. It is integral 0 to 2 x into square root of 2 minus x dx. So I will be taking this as I. So I is equal to integral 0 to 2 x into square root of 2 minus x dx. Now we have to make use of the property P4. So by using P4, it is 0 to a f of x dx can be written as 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So I, which is equal to integral 0 to 2. So here x becomes a minus x. A value it is 2. So x can be written as 2 minus x. Then inside the square root 2 minus x becomes x. For example, see here square root of 2 minus x, which is equal to root 2 minus x becomes a minus x. That is 2 minus x now. So multiply minus inside the bracket. So here plus 2 minus 2 get cancels, minus into minus it becomes plus. So we get root x dx. So now multiply root x. Root x is nothing but x to the power 1 by 2. So we have to multiply this with these two terms. I, which is equal to integral 0 to 2. So now it becomes 2 root x minus x into root x. So minus x into root x dx. Then I, which is equal to integrate them separately now. So it is 0 to 2. What do we get? 2 root x dx. Then minus integral 0 to 2. So here root x is nothing but x to the power 1 by 2. Here there will be 1. 1 plus 1 by 2 becomes 3 by 2. This can be written as x to the power 3 by 2 dx. Now in the next step we have to integrate separately. So I, which is equal to 2 is a constant, write it outside. Then what is the integration of root x? It is 2 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2. So here 2 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2. Then apply the limit here. It is 0 to 2. Then minus we have x to the power 3 by 2 now. Integration of x to the power 3 by 2 will be x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1. 3 by 2 plus 1 will be 5 by 2. If you take it to the numerator, it becomes 2 by 5. And then x to the power 5 by 2. Apply the limits. It is 0 to 2. Now we have to go for upper limit minus the lower limit. 2 into 2 it becomes 4. 4 by 3. Then here upper limit it is 2. In place of x I have to write 2. So here 2 raised to 3 by 2 minus 0. Then minus 2 by 5. Then here 2 raised to 5 by 2 minus 0. So now I, which is equal to 4 by 3. Then 2 raised to 3 by 2 can be written as 2 root 2. So it is 2 root 2. Then minus 2 by 5. Then 2 raised to 5 by 2 minus 0 will be 2 raised to 5 by 2. 2 raised to 5 by 2 is going to be 4 times root 2. So it becomes 4 times root 2. Then I, which is equal to 4 into 2 it is 8 root 2 divided by 3. Then minus 2 into 4 it is 8 root 2 divided by 5. Now we have to take up the LCM. LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. I, which is equal to, so it is 15. Then 3 5s are 5 into 8 is 40. Into root 2 minus 5 3s are it is 24 root 2. Then I, which is equals to, so here 14 minus 24 will give us 16. So the answer is 16 root 2 divided by 15. So this is the answer for the 9th problem. Well, the 11th question, it is integral minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 sin square x dx. So observe the limits here. It is in the form of minus a2 plus a. That means we have to make use of the property P7, the last property. That means we have to check whether it is an even function or the odd function. What does the property 8 say? It is minus a2 a f of x dx, which is equals to integral. So this will be reduced to the form, that is 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if it is even. The given function is even function. In case if it is odd function, the value of the integral will be 0 if it is odd. So this we have already discussed in the properties of definite integrals. So by seeing the limits, you should come to know which property you have to make use of. So here, first I will go for checking whether it is an even function or an odd function. So I will be writing this I which is equals to integral minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2 sin square x dx, sin square x dx. Now I take this as f of x. Let f of x, which is equals to sin square x. Now we have to go for f of minus x. So f of minus x, that means replace x by minus x, which is equals to sin square minus x. So here f of minus x, which is equals to, so sin square minus x can be written as sin of minus x the whole square. Sin of minus x the whole square. So sin of minus x will be minus sin x. Minus sin x the whole square will be, positive. Negative, the square is always positive. We get sin square x. F of minus x, which is equals to sin square x. So now f of minus x, which is equals to sin square x. Sin square x can be written as f of x. So overall what we have got here, f of minus x equal to f of x. That means the given function is an even function. Therefore it is an even function. It is an even function. So in case the function is even, it will be reduced to the form 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. So here this implies I, which is equals to 2 times integral 0 to a. A is pi by 2. So it is pi by 2. Then sin square x dx. Now I, which is equals to 2, I will be writing it as it is. Then integral 0 to pi by 2. Then sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2. So it is 1 minus cos 2x. 1 minus cos 2x divided by 2. It is dx. Now integrate them separately. I, which is equals to 2, write it outside. Now this can be split into integral 0 to pi by 2. Then 1 by 2 minus cos 2x by 2. 1 by 2 minus cos 2x by 2 dx. So now I, which is equals to 2, write it outside. Then integration of 1 by 2 will be 1 by 2x or x by 2 minus, now cos 2x integration will be sin 2x by 2. Already 2 is there in the denominator. We get 4. So sin 2x divided by sin 2x divided by 4. Then apply the limits here. It is 0 to pi by 2. So now I, which is equals to 2, write it outside. Then upper limit minus the lower limit. In place of x, I have to write pi by 2. Pi by 2 whole divided by 2 will give us pi by 4. So it is pi by 4 minus here sin. See here, in place of x, I have to write pi by 2. So sin 2 pi by 2, then whole divided by 4. This is upper limit. This is upper limit minus the lower limit. In place of x, you write 0. 0 minus 0. Sin 0, it is 0. Overall, this term will be 0. Then, now, I, which is equal to 2, write it outside. Then, it is pi by 4. Then, it is pi by 4 minus. So, here, 2 get cancelled. We have sin pi. Sin pi value it is 0. So 0 by anything is always 0. So it becomes 0. Then I, which is equal to 2 into pi by 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So I, which is equal to pi by 2. Therefore this is the answer for the 11th problem. Well, the 12th question, it is integral 0 to pi x dx divided by 1 plus sin x. So take this as I which is equal to integral 0 to pi x dx divided by 1 plus sin x. Plus sin x. So now call this as equation number 1. Now we have to make use of P4. It is 0 to a f of x dx can be written 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So by using P4, I, which is equal to integral 0 to pi. So now f of x becomes a minus x, that is pi minus x. Pi minus x divided by 1 plus sin pi minus x. It is pi minus x dx. In the next step, I, which is equal to integral 0 to pi minus x as it is divided by 1 plus sin 180 minus x is always sin x. So it is sin x dx. Call this as equation number 2. Now we have to add 1 and 2. So adding 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and equation 2. So I plus I will give us 2i. So here 2i, which is equal to integral 0 to pi. So here x divided by 1 plus sin x plus pi minus x divided by 1 plus sin x dx. So as we have the same denominator, add the numerators now. Plus x minus x get cancelled, we get only pi. So 2i, which is equal to integral pi 0 to pi divided by 1 plus sin x. Pi divided by 1 plus sin x dx. 1 plus sin x dx. Now I write pi outside the integral. 2i, which is equal to pi, write it outside, then integral 0 to pi, then So here 1 divided by 1 plus sin x. Now multiply and divide by 1 minus sin x. That is, I am taking the conjugate of this. We get 1 minus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x dx. So here 2I which is equals to pi integral 0 to pi. So now in the numerator we have 1 minus sin x, then divided by a plus b into a minus b will be a square minus b square. That is, we get 1 minus sin square x. 1 minus sin square x will be cos square x dx. Now 2I which is equals to pi into integral 0 to pi. So here split this into two terms. We get 1 by cos square x minus sin x by cos square x. 1 by cos square x will be secant square x. And minus. Here we get sin x divided by cos square x. Sin x by cos x will be tan x. And we have one more cos x in the denominator. That will be secant x. So it can be written as secant x into tan x dx. Now integrate them separately. 2I which is equals to pi outside, then integration of secant square x will be tan x, then minus integration of secant x into tan x will be secant x. Secant x, then apply the limit here, it is 0 to pi. Now upper limit minus the lower limit, that I am writing here. 2I which is equals to, so pi is write it as it is, then upper limit. In case of x I have to write pi. Tan pi minus secant pi. Tan pi minus secant pi, then minus. This is the upper limit minus the lower limit. It is tan 0 minus secant 0. So here I will be writing tan 0 minus secant 0. So close the main bracket. So 2I which is equal to pi as it is, then here tan pi is always 0. So 0 minus secant pi is minus 1. Minus into minus it is plus. So I write plus 1 here. Then minus, so here it is tan 0, it is 0. 0 minus secant 0 it is 1. So in the next step 2I which is equals to pi, then here 0 plus 1 it is 1, then minus into minus. 0 minus 1 will be minus 1. Minus into minus it is plus. We get plus. Then 2I which is equals to 1 plus 1 it is 2. We get 2 pi. So 2 get cancelled. I which is equals to pi. So this is the answer for the 12th problem. Well, the 13th problem, it is integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 sin raised to 7x dx. So observe the limit here, it is minus a to plus a. That means we have to make use of the last property, that is P7. We have to check whether it is an even function or an odd function. Let's go for that. I is equal to integral minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, then sin raised to 7x dx. So I take this as f of x. Let f of x which is equal to sin raised to 7x. Now to check even or odd function, we have to replace x by minus x. We get f of minus x which is equal to sine to the power 7 minus x. Then f of minus x which is equal to, so now see here, it can be written as sine of minus x 4 to the power 7. Then f of minus x which is equal to, so now sin of minus x will be minus sin x. Minus sin x to the power 7. So minus 7x to the power odd number will be minus sin x. Minus sin x to the power 7 will be minus sin x. So f of minus x which is equal to minus sin to the power 7x. This is nothing but f of x. So that will be written here. F of minus x which is equal to minus, it can be written as f of x. It is f of x. So here we have got f of minus x equal to minus f of x means it is an odd function. This implies it is an odd function. It is an odd function. If it is an odd function, then the value of the integral will be 0. Therefore, I is equal to 0. This is all about the 13th problem. Well, the 10th problem, it is integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin x minus log sin 2x dx. So let us solve this. I'll be taking this as I which is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2, then 2 log sin x minus log sin 2x. Log sin 2x dx. We have to simplify this further. Sin 2x is going to be 2 sin x into cos x. So here I which is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2, then 2 log sin x minus log sin 2x is going to be 2 sin x into cos x, double angle formula, and close the main bracket dx. So now see here, I which is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2, then 2 log sin x minus, here it is in the form of log of x, y, z. What is log x, y, z? It can be written as log x plus log y plus log z. And here we have the minus sign. Minus sign will be related to all the three terms. So that is why it becomes minus log 2, then minus log sin x, then minus log cos x dx. So now here we have 2 log sin x and here it is log sin x. That means it is 2 minus 1 will be 1. So now in the next step, I which is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2, then 2 log sin x minus log sin x will be log sin x, then minus log 2, then minus log cos x dx. So I call this as equation number 1. For this equation 1, we have to make use of property P4. So using P4, by using P4, so f of x can be written as f of a minus x. So here a value it is pi by 2. Let us do that now. I which is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2, integral 0 to pi by 2, see here, log sin x becomes a minus x, that is pi by 2 minus x. So sin pi by 2 minus x will be cos x, that I will be writing it directly. So here we get log cos x minus here there is no x term. I write log 2 as it is. We get minus log 2 as it is, then minus. Now again it becomes a minus x, that is log cos pi by 2 minus x. Cos pi by 2 minus x will be sin x. So it becomes log sin x. Log sin x dx. So I call this as equation number 2. Now adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2. We get C. This is equation 1. I plus I will give us 2i. So 2i which is equals to integral 0 to pi by 2. So if you add these two integrals, log sin x and minus log sin x get cancels, and then minus log cos x plus log cos x get cancels. Here we have minus log 2 and here we have minus log 2. Minus log 2 minus log 2 will give us minus 2 log 2. So it is minus 2 log 2 dx. I hope you are getting this step. So here log cos x get cancels, log sin x and log sin x get cancels. We are left out with minus log 2 and minus log 2, that is minus 2 log 2. So now here 2 and 2 get cancels. I which is equals to minus, I am writing it outside, integral 0 to pi by 2, then log 2 dx. So here log 2 is a constant, it is only integration of integration of dx. So now I which is equals to minus log 2 is a constant, write it as it is, then integration of dx becomes x. Apply the limit on 0 to pi by 2. So I which is equals to, so here if you remove this minus sign, we have to take reciprocal. So we have the property, what is the property? Minus log a which is equals to log 1 by a. So minus log a equal to log 1 by a. It is in the form of minus log a. So can be written as log 1 by a, that is log 1 by 2. Then apply the limit here. Pi by 2 minus 0. Upper limit minus the lower limit. It is pi by 2 minus 0. Pi by 2 minus 0, it is pi by 2. That I will be writing in the beginning. So I which is equals to pi by 2 into log 1 by 2. This is the answer for the 10th problem. So pause the video to note it down.